So currently the fire is burning up on the upper slopes of the mountain, which means that the ground crews cannot reach that area. And the helicopters are most effective when they can actually bomb and the ground crews start damping down immediately. Otherwise, by the time the helicopters return, the fire will then have flared up and start spreading again.
Sure. So earlier, we saw some of those helicopters start out coming to dip in the ocean to get that water. So you're saying that's been sort of ineffective until now?
Well, it has been put on hold until such time that the ground crews can mobilize to areas that is effective. And the important thing is strategically the concentration is on the fire area that they can actually extinguish rather than chasing after the fire.
Sure. Now, we can't really see those areas where at our vantage point right now, but there are ground crews working. So do you know how many crews are out at present and which areas they're targeting right now?
At the moment, we have got a unified command system which is going. That is between the various organizations, including the Overstrand, the Overberg, Nature Conservation, Working on Fire, the City of Cape Town Fire and Rescue Service. And what is happening is they've placed their crews strategically throughout the fire line and will concentrate all their efforts on those areas. And most of the vehicles that we got there, we've got about 14 firefighting vehicles on the scene, and they are only going into areas that they can make a difference.
Is it very difficult for them to access these areas?
Yes, we're talking about mountainous, rugged terrain with very few pathways that vehicles can actually drive through. So they can only go up to a point, and then the ground crews have to leave the vehicles behind. But then that's also their water supply. So it is unfortunate that the ground crews have to travel long distances in order to fight the fire, but without water, it also makes it extremely difficult.
Now, Theo, we also heard you guys saying earlier on that, this fire is in particular hotspots now, and those are the areas you are fanning out. How close are we to putting this entire fire out?
The fire, extinguishing the entire fire is going to take a long time still. We're looking at least today and tomorrow. Obviously, at certain periods, we will do an assessment to see where the fire is going to, and then also the wind direction is playing a very big part, because a change in wind direction will mean that we have to re-strategize as far as crew placement and vehicles are concerned. That is in order to prevent anything that is not burnt from now starting to burn.
And who's in immediate danger? We know there was a little bit of an evacuation on the Pringle side. So are there any more planned evacuations? Are there any specific areas that are in immediate danger?
At the moment, there's no immediate danger to any residential or other properties, but we do have the nature conservation area, Pringle Bay Nature Conservation Area, which is sustaining quite a bit of damage. And this is of obvious concern to us, because the recovery is going to be a while for the nature conservation area to actually recover from this fire. So we do concentrate our efforts to preventing as much of the nature conservation area of burning as possible.
Sure. And speaking of that area itself, Theo, how many hectares have been affected by this fire? Because it's day 7, so you can imagine extensive damage.
At the moment, it's estimated that more than 7,000 hectares have been destroyed by the fire. And our main objective is to ensure that we have less damage as we go forward. And as I said, concentrate on the areas that are most prone to damage.